A debate over free speech as the Obama re-election campaign once again goes on the attack against private citizens who are supporting the other side. On a conference call with reporters yesterday, the president's senior re-election strategist, David Axelrod, called out again Charles and David Koch, along with Karl Rove, as, quote, contract killers for funding super PACs that run ads attacking the president. Here's part of the call.
We're also going to be prepared, and I want to be clear, to the attacks that we expect to continue from not just from the Romney campaign, but from, you know, the Karl and Koch brothers contract killers over there in super PAC land, who are going to continue to pound away on behalf of Governor Romney. We will respond vigorously. We will treat every ad that comes from those entities as an ad from Governor Romney, and we will compare our record and our vision with his, and we'll let the American people decide.
Well, the Koch brothers have emerged as a favorite target of the Obama campaign. In 2010, they were accused of not paying their taxes. In January, the re-election campaign released its first TV ad aimed squarely at the Koch brothers. Nancy Pfotenhauer is a spokeswoman for Koch Industries and president of Media Speak Strategies. Nancy, welcome back to the program. We had you on the last time to talk about the last attack against your employers, and the Obama campaign does not seem deterred. Why is this a problem?
Well, I think every American should be concerned about it because it's really inexcusable to have someone like David Axelrod. We're not talking about a random supporter at a campaign event. You're talking about one of the top advisors to the president, and he's using violent language and imagery to attack private citizens who have the temerity to disagree with the path the president's put this country on. And I think it's a distraction from the issues that we're facing. I think it demeans the office of the presidency, and I think it's a disservice to the American people.
Well, you know, Axelrod, I'm sure, would say, I didn't actually mean that they are contract killers. You know, it was an expression that they for hire, that they, you know, for money, they give money to groups that take shots against the president.
Oh, I mean, if this were an isolated incident, maybe that would be plausible, but it's not. What we've seen is a very orchestrated and sustained campaign that's gone on from the president, with the president's office themselves engaged, all the way through this occurrence yesterday, again, singling out private citizens. Charles and David Koch have built an American company that employs about 50,000 citizens across the land, and they simply believe that free markets are the path to prosperity of the future, and they think history has shown that. It's not personal for them. It apparently is personal to the president, and he not only singles out the people he's called enemies, but it's disturbing to me that he also has a tendency to reward his friends, a.k.a. Solyndra.
There was a woman at a Romney event recently who referred to the president in disturbing terms and said that he should be tried for treason. The Obama campaign lashed out at Mitt Romney for failing to immediately condemn those, quote, hateful and extreme remarks. Do you think that they need to apply that, you know, same standard across the board?
Yeah, they should look in the mirror. I mean, remember the speech where Jimmy Hoffa was basically introducing the President of the United States, and in his run-up talked about taking the sons of, and I'll clean it up and say, witches out. And the president just walked on stage and pretended he hadn't heard a thing. There was nothing wrong with that type of we're going to take him out language coming from a labor union leader.
But do you think that it's the same when you have a supporter at a rally who makes extremist comments versus David Axelrod, you know, loosely using the phrase, oh, they're contract killers?
I think there is no comparison between a random supporter saying something with which the candidate does not agree and a top advisor. This, again, I would reference back to when Austin Goolsbee, a senior White House official, on a press call, called into question and implied that Koch Industries had somehow committed some impropriety. That was completely false. There's a Treasury Department investigation now, and it's this alarming tendency to not just call names, but apparently use the force of government to go after their political opponents. And again, these are private citizens who just have the temerity to disagree with the president.
What about George Soros, who's a major Democratic donor, who today it just came out that he's going to open his checkbook to the tune of $2 million to several liberal outside groups who are obviously going to go after Mitt Romney. And this is supposed to be part of a $100 million spending effort by this group called Democracy Alliance. Which, you know, they're going to go after Mitt Romney. He's a rich guy on the Democratic side. You work for some rich guys who mostly donate on the Republican side, not across the board, but who are clearly not fans of President Obama. Is this just, you know, tit for tat, good for both sides?
Well, I think it's very hypocritical for the Obama campaign to be throwing stones when they're clearly engaged by whether it's super PAC all the way across 501c4 or grassroots organizations or organizations that focus on research. They are involved in all levels of support for groups on that side, and it's the same that occurs for folks who believe in smaller government, and that's part of a great debate. It's just,
I got to run, but I want to ask you very quickly before I let you go. Given all the incoming that the Koch brothers have taken, private citizens, directly from the re-election campaign, are they deterred?
Not at all. These are Kansans. They're going to hang tough, and they're going to continue to advocate the policies they think will help the country.
Nancy, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you again soon.